Hello students, this is Mrs. Miller. The purpose of this video is to teach you how to create your schedule. So what you need to complete this activity is some colored pencils. You're going to need at least 6 different colors. So you'll need some colored pencils, you'll need a writing utensil, you'll need a copy of your own schedule. Now for the sake of this video I had to black out the name here, but you need to have the schedule that has your name on it. You also need this paper that says My Constellation Community Schedule. Please push pause on the video, gather these supplies, and when you're ready to continue, push play. Okay, welcome back. Now that you have the materials, we're ready to begin. The first thing I want you to do is look at your schedule. Where you see the number 2, and let me move this a little bit closer so you can see. Where you see the number 2, I would like for you to cross that off and put the letter A. We will not be using a number 2. We're going to be using what we call our A block. Please look in where you see a number 4. Where you see a number 4, please cross off the 4 and put the letter B. We will not use a number 4, but we will use the letter B instead. Where you see the number 5, please cross that off and put the letter C. So cross off the 5 and put the letter C. Where you see a 6, please cross that off and put the letter D. And then we're going to skip down to number 8. Where you see the number 8, please cross that off and put the letter E. Now, you should still see the numbers 1, 3, and 7. So let's go ahead and circle that. Circle the 1, please. Circle the 3. And circle the 7. Those are the parts of our schedule that are going to be the same every single day. You should have crossed off a 2 and put the letter A. You should have crossed off the 4 and put the letter B. You should have crossed off the 5 and put the letter C. You should have crossed off the 6 and put the letter D. And you should have crossed off the 8 and put the letter E. Now, when we have our classes, we're on a rotating schedule. So on Monday, you're going to see blocks A, B, C, and D. On Tuesday, you're going to start with E, and then you'll also see A, B, and C. On Wednesday, we're going to start with D and then go E, A, B. Thursday, you will see classes C, D, E, and A. And on Friday, you're going to see blocks B, C, D, and E. So it's a rotating schedule. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill in your schedule for each day. On the top of the paper that says My Constellation Community Schedule, please put your first and last name. And then please put your homeroom teacher's name. Perhaps your homeroom teacher is Mrs. Jazik. You would write Mrs. Jazik here. Now, the next thing I want you to do is take out one of the colored pencils. Take out just one color of the colored pencils. What we're going to do is we're going to color the parts of the schedule that stay the same. So I'm going to put a little dot to show you which parts stay the same, and I also have it in bold print for you. So this part of our schedule is always the same, 7:50 to 8:10. Your third period is always the same, so put the same color dot there, please. And then your 7th period is always the same, and of course, lunch. Please push pause on the video, and lightly color the rows all the way across for the parts of our schedule that are always the same. Push play when you are ready to resume. I just finished coloring the parts of my schedule that stay the same. I colored them all the light purple color. So homeroom 7:50 to 8:10, third period 9:19 to 10:04, lunch 12:25 to 12:55, and seventh period 1 o'clock to 1:45. I colored them all this light purple color. So go ahead and put this colored pencil to the side. You will not be using that color again. Now, what I would like for you to do is look at your schedule. Please look at what you have for number 1. Number 1 is homeroom. On the schedule it says advisor. That's the same as homeroom. All the way over to the side you can see the room number. So please go ahead and fill in on your schedule up here the room number. We're going to put that all the way across. So we'll start with Monday and we'll put the room number. Then on Tuesday it's the same room number. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So this is your homeroom. That stays the same every single day. Now let's go to the next part of our schedule that stays the same. Please look at your third period subject. So find that 3 that we had circled. And this student has Family CS, and it is in room 305. So look and see what you have. And then go ahead and where it says third period subject, go ahead and write down what you have for third period. Put down the name or the subject and the room number. Go ahead and push pause on the video, finish filling this row in, and then push play when you're ready to resume. Okay, I've just finished filling in my third period special. It's the same all the way across. Now, lunch has already been filled in for you. There's nothing that we need to fill in there for lunch. So let's look at your seventh period. Let's look at your seventh period. Look at your schedule and find where you have 7. The student has visual arts, and that is in room 309. So I'm going to fill in for the subject, visual arts, and that's in room 309. Please look and see what you have, and you fill in your 7th period special. Go ahead and push pause on the video, and once we have everything filled in, we will resume this activity. Okay, I've just finished filling in the 7th period special here. It is the same all the way across. Now, we're getting into the part of our schedule that changes every day. By the word subject right here, please put the letter A, because this will be our A block. Only right here, only put the A right here for now, please. Then go down to the 10:10 to 11:12 and please put the letter B. This will be when you go to block B on Monday. Please go down to 11:14 to 12:22 and put the letter C. This will be when you go to your C block on Monday. And then go all the way down to the bottom, 150 to 250, and put the letter D. That will be when you go to block D. Now, let's go up to Tuesday. On Tuesday, you can see that we start with block E. So let's put the letter E. Then go to the 10:10 to 11:12 slot and we start over with the letter A. Hopefully you're starting to see a pattern emerge here. Go down to 11:14 to 12:22 and put the letter B. Go down to 1:50 to 2:50 and put the letter C. This is when you will see your C block on Tuesday. Now let's go ahead and fill in what we have for Wednesday. On Wednesday, since we ended with C on Tuesday, what are we going to start with here? If you said D, you are correct. After D, we have block, you got it, we have block E. After E block, we always start over with A. So on Wednesday, we have block A right here from 11:14 to 12:22. And then we end the day on Wednesday with which block? It is block B. Good job. Now, you can probably fill in the rest. Let's see if we can do it. If we end with block B on Wednesday, then we're going to start with which block? If we end with block B on Wednesday, then we're going to start with which block on Thursday? If you said C, you are correct. That means that this subject here from 10:10 to 11:12 is going to be block D. From 11:14 to 12:22 is going to be block E. And then after E, we always start over with block A. You are correct. Good job. Now, let's fill in what we have for Friday. If we ended with A on Thursday, then on Friday we're going to start with what? If you said B, you are correct. Then from 10:10 to 11:12, we will have block C. If you said C, good job. After C, we always have block D. And then at the end of the day on Friday, we're going to be ending with block E. So, let's review what you should have. You should have on Monday A, B for 10:10 to 11:12, C for 11:14 to 12:22, and at the end of the day, block D from 1:50 to 2:50. For Tuesday, you should start with block E. Then from 10:10 to 11:12, you should have block A. Then block B for 11:14 to 12:22. Block C from 1:50 to 2:50. On Wednesday, since we end with C on Tuesday, we're going to start with D on Wednesday. Then from 10:10 to 11:12, you will have block E. 11:14 to 12:22 will be block A. 1:50 to 2:50 will be block B. On Thursday, we're going to start with block C. From 10:10 to 11:12, we will have block D. 11:14 to 12:22 will be block E. And 1:50 to 2:50 will be block A. On Friday, we will start with block B. From 10:10 to 11:12, we will have block C. 11:14 to 12:22 will be block D. And 1:50 to 2:50 will be block E. So this is how your paper should look right now. This concludes part 1 of this activity. We will finish up part 2 and then you'll have your schedule for each week.